Welcome to the Why Dad podcast. We are your hosts, Paul Wandry and Andrew Stoplestead, and we are on a mission to figure out what it means to be a dad and how to be the best dad possible. You are listening to the Why Dad podcast, redefining fatherhood one habit at a time. Anyway, hey buddy, hey Andrew, we're here.
It's a work in progress, but it's coming together.
Like you, that was great. What are you talking about?
No, I like it. It's good.
No, we're ending the show right now. I am butthurt.
Yeah.
Anyway, today's show, we had some free time, so we decided we would shoot the shit and give some updates, tell you what's going on. You learn a little bit more about Andrew and Paul. So if you don't care to learn about Andrew and Paul, go to your next episode. Otherwise, stick around. Listen to us. Listen to Andrew's boisterous laughs. Andrew.
What?
Fuck you.
Wow, I feel loved. So loved.
No, just kidding. I do love you. You're amazing. What's new, Andrew? Tell us what's going on.
It's summertime, so it's been nice and hot and humid, and in Minnesota we are in what's called the corn sweat season. So
I've never heard that before.
Oh, you haven't?
No. I've lived in Minnesota longer than I've lived anywhere, which is a decade.
Oh yeah, all the cornfields cause a drastic raise in humidity because of all the water vapor they put out.
Oh, I just thought it was the lakes. Those GD corn stalks.
Mm-hmm. No, things been going well. Just getting out, doing a lot of golfing, my day job, reading some good books that hopefully we can integrate and share at some point within our podcast.
Ooh, what's a title? One of your recent titles or current titles? We don't have to dig into it, but
I still gotta finish it, but it's one we've talked about a couple times. But Good Energy by Dr. Casey Means, current Surgeon General. So
yeah.
For all the flack she gets on her political ideologies, there's actually a lot of really good insight in her writings.
Yeah, I'd be really curious to read about that, and I think we've talked about having a deeper chat on that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But good, no, glad to hear your summer's going well, that you're
How's
surviving the corn sweats.
You just started paternity leave, didn't you?
Yes, sir, Bob. I am blessed to have a total of 6 weeks of paternal leave, and I was recently talking to a fellow dad, and he had 0 weeks of paternal leave.
Jeez.
And I know a lot of folks out there are 0, 1, 2 weeks. I feel very fortunate that I've got a full 6.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's going really well. I've also hit the sweet spot with Liam because he's rolling around, he's standing up in the saucer, he's smiling, he is still not laughing. He's chuckling, but he's not laughing. Evie was laughing at this point, but yeah, actually, I've got a 2-for-1 special this week because there's no daycare. So I had Evie and Liam. So I've got the full force of stay-at-home dad life.
Describe it in one sentence.
Ooh, I like my job. No, it is a test of who I am and how truly I care about being the best father that I can be. And I mean that in a good way. But here's the deal. At my day job, I can pull out my phone whenever I want, and being distracted has minimal cost other than the task shift cost, switching from one task to the next, and maybe being a little less productive, whatever. But when I'm on my phone with the kids home, that's That's connection that's not happening. That's me saying, no, you've already used up your screen time while I'm texting somebody on my phone. So it's been a real eye-opener.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, I love having them both. It is a challenge of priorities because I've got the podcast stuff doing. Ran into this dad community recently that I'm getting involved in that and making great connections. And I would love to dig more into it here. But yeah, so I've got all this stuff going, but like that stuff needs a more limited window with the kids home. And that's not a bad thing. It's just, and granted, it's like first full week of having both of them home. So I don't have it figured out. So theoretically, if it was a full-time thing, I would have time to figure it out. But anyway, what else? Yeah, so paternity leave's going great. Oh, got a fun story about lemonade stand.
Oh yeah, you did a little post about that the other day.
Yeah, we alluded to it. Evie saw some kids doing a lemonade stand the other day, and she's like, "Oh, I want to do it." And I was like, so I said, "Okay, let's do it. Let's do the lemonade stand." Took our episode with Spencer Colossus and his recommendation of the big ass calendar or whatever, the vibe. Put it on the calendar, otherwise it's not going to help. So I was like, "Okay, Evie, let's schedule it for the time that you don't have daycare, otherwise it's not going to happen."
I'm listening.
No, you're good.
There. That's why.
Gabe's listening too. Gabe has something to say. Gabe says, "Shut the fuck up, Paul." Anyway.
That or my mom's home.
So anyway, put it on the calendar. Work with her to use her own list. Come up with her own list of things she wants. She uses her piggy bank money. We go to the store. And we set this up. She's out there. And there's two kind of themes to this story. One is it highlighted how I can be like a nagging a-hole, like as a dad. And the other was, well, let me describe what happened. So she's having fun. She's working hard. She's yelling at all the cars going by, all the passersby. You want fresh lemonade? Are you thirsty? We got fresh lemonade. Without fail. And then 3/4 of the way through our sale, these little turds, 8 and 9-year-old turds, set up a competing stand just down the road at the corner.
So she's getting a lesson in capitalism right away.
Yeah. I'm thinking to myself, those assholes. I don't know if it's appropriate to refer to 8 and 9-year-olds as assholes, but that's what I did. But Evie was like, "Oh my goodness, they're selling lemonade. Let's go get lemonade." I'm like, "Evie, we have lemonade." She's like, "No, but they're selling lemonade. Therefore, we go and buy lemonade from them." I'm like, "Okay, if you want to do that, you're using your money." She's like, "Okay, great." So she grabs her newly earned money and we go down and she buys a equally overpriced lemonade and an exorbitantly overpriced Jolly Rancher, single Jolly Rancher. And she is so happy. And the girls are equally happy. But I think there's a lesson there. And the lesson is mostly for me. But it's like sometimes, like, I'm so focused on like the lesson I'm trying to teach Evie, or like what I want her to learn, that like we're no longer living in the moment. But she didn't have that problem. She saw a lemonade stand. She's like, "I'm not doing this lemonade stand to learn anything, like, or to build skills. I'm here to have fun." And she happens to be building skills along the way. And look, so are they. Let's go have fun together. Let's build connections. And I thought that was a really good reminder. Or that was a really good reminder for me.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'll shut up now. That's been a highlight of my paternity.
Nice.
Bourbon Butcher?
Do we want to talk about that now, or?
I mean, that's up to you, if you want to.
Well,
It's very relevant, I think.
It is, but
Okay.
it just happened, so.
I know we don't have to go into specifics. Anyway, podcast fam, White Ad fam. Stuff may be happening. Just kidding. That's me getting excited. You'll just have to wait and find out, or not. We'll see.
We'll see. For being like, that's one thing, like doing a podcast. You get to be willing to like air a lot of your life, and yeah, some of it, it's just I think probably only you and Sarah know, but yeah, actually only you and Sarah know about that. So, no one in my family.
I don't want to make an inappropriate joke, but I will bite my tongue. We can say whatever it is, whatever we want. If you're not going to share.
I did. So
Andrew runs a black market. No, that's PG.
That's PG. Yeah, fun fact, I used to run a black market in the seminary.
Oh, oh man. Tell us more about that. People want to know, how do you run a black market in the seminary?
When you take a vow of poverty, anything and everything becomes currency at any given point. So, like, obviously with our life and everything, like, we didn't have music or TV or anything like that. So I think at one point I had like a terabyte external hard drive and 5 or 6 USB drives loaded to the gills with like, music and movies, and I had 2 USB drives loaded with exams and study guides that even the professors like figured out I was running all of this, and they'd come to me and be like, "Hey, can you get me what the university in Spain's using, because you have access to it somehow. We don't, and it's a way better curriculum." I'm like, "I got you, don't worry."
That's funny.
So,
man, yeah, you were like swimming in black market currency then, because like digital contraband was like
stuff we take for granted now.
Very hard to come by. Mm-hmm. I remember very clearly. So one of my favorite songs of all time, probably, but definitely my favorite Red Hot Chili Peppers song is Californication, simply because I hadn't listened to anything other than Gregorian chant and church hymns in 5 years. And I went into, do you remember that like dungeon of an audio room in the basement where like maybe movies were processed, like all the and then there was a bunch of audio equipment and whatever. So I went down there with a fellow seminarian who, let's face it, we were buddies, we were friends. We weren't supposed to be friends, not allowed to have special relationships, but we were. And he played probably a couple songs, but the first song that like popped my non-church related music cherry was Californication. And I vibed with it.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my fun fact. Get to know the dark side of me while I was trying to be a man of the cloth.
Man of the cloth. Yeah. That's funny. Maybe we'll have to have some fellow ex-seminarians on at a certain point. We can just like dig into some of those stories.
We have our high school class reunion coming up in a year, so 20 years.
Oh my goodness! I know. I need to send Sarah those possible months, so we can get something going. Yeah, I can't believe it's been 20 years.
And I've known Paul that means I've known you for 24 years.
Oofta. Dude, that's crazy. Over 2/3 of my life.
Right.
I can't math. whatever that is. Whatever. Wait, that should be really easy math, actually. It's exactly 2/3.
I was gonna
It's
say.
exactly 2/3. But anyway.
What else has been going on in my summer? Oh, my dad and I finally got our. My dad and I have been working on it's not in any of my bios. I don't think we've ever talked about it. But one of my hobbies, as Paul, is just tinkering with cars. So my dad.
You've been working at it as long as we've known each other. That's what it seems.
Not far off. 15 years. So we've been slowly restoring a 1976 MG Midget. For those of you that don't know, it's a British convertible that's smaller than a Mazda Miata or MX-5, and tore it all apart piece by piece. Finally got it back together, and we got it started last week.
Oh,
And
hell
we
yeah.
found out we have to rebuild the engine again.
Oh, no.
But that'll take 2 hours.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, man, you're putting me through a roller coaster here. Oh, man, those are pretty. Are you going to do the paint job yourselves when you get to that point?
Yeah, we're either gonna do. No, we'll have someone paint it for us, like professional.
Oh, okay.
So it's either gonna be red,
Baby blue?
like cherry red, not baby blue, like cobra blue, or British green. But I don't think my dad wants to do British green, even though he loves that color.
The Cobra blue is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the red's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
British green, you said?
Yeah. British
Oh.
racing green.
Yeah, British racing green. Yeah, I want to do that one. That one sucks.
It's a nice color. But cobra blue with the white stripe down it would be my choice. But I think we're gonna sell that.
That would look really good on that car. That would. That's cool. Well done. Is that all? I can't imagine that's being rebuilt with all MG parts, is it?
No, so a lot of it's the original stuff. We did have to do some body work, so we had to put some new sheet metal and do the welding and whatnot. And then instead of using the MG engine, which is a giant cast iron, very underpowered engine, we put a Mazda rotary engine from an RX-7. It's much lighter, a lot more revs, more power. It's very loud.
Yeah.
Sounds like a chainsaw.
Can't wait for you to. Nice. I can't wait to take a
That'd be
sunset
good.
drive in it with you.
No, I know. Up in Hugo here, there's lots of good roads around the rivers that just wind up and down the
Mhm.
bluffs. So it'll be fun. So we are so close to getting that done. So I'm excited about that.
Damn, that's impressive. 2 questions. 1, what got you into it, you and your dad? And 2, like, what would you say has been your biggest lesson from it?
Both good questions. So my dad's always had these father-son projects, but he's always been into like building this type of stuff. So when I was 3 to 5, I remember helping him out, like as a little kid, as much as a little kid could. He one day walked home with a motorcycle in buckets, and it was a 1940 Indian Chief. So he rebuilt that, and that was his toy. Then we started moving around the country, so he sold it. And then he had a different British roadster when he was a teenager, Austin Healey 3000. And so the Midget was actually my younger brother Austin's first car. And once he graduated from high school, we just tore it to pieces, and we're like, all right, let's make this something better now. It was just something for us to do with our dad.
Okay. I didn't realize that it had previously been working.
Yeah. So Austin drove that through all his from when he got his license to when we tore it down.
Oh, wow. That's really cool. All right, and then biggest lesson.
Patience. and a lot of just persistence. Like, it's been years of just doing what we can, saving up for what we need. Obviously, the move from Monticello to Hugo that my parents did, and then me moving around a lot as well. The car stayed in storage for a long time, so it probably wasn't until like 2020 that we got it out of storage and brought it back here and started working on it again.
Yeah.
Like it even sat in the garage here for a while till my dad could get fully retired.
That like slow and measured approach is a really great example. That is something completely foreign to me. Like the instant gratification trend or whatever, like societal norm, whatever you want to call it, expectation in me is no, gotta have it now. So we finished our basement a couple years ago, and granted, we created an artificial reason to speed up the timeline because we thought we were going to Airbnb it, but I don't regret funding it all up front, but at the same time, if we had just taken a slow and measured approach, we could have done a lot more of it on our own. There just would have been a lot more benefits from it. A lot of different benefits from it.
Both sides have the pros and cons,
Yeah. It's true. It's just, I haven't, up to this point, been able to I've never done that. I've never done the slow and measured approach, and I think that there would be value in doing that with something.
I think as we get older, that's just going to be the way. You need something, especially when you're retired and you're not doing something like that day. That's my dad's thing. When he's not being a realtor or anything like that, he's out in the garage just tinkering on the car.
Yeah.
And it's something that he can do with his current health state, so it just keeps him busy, occupied.
Yeah. So I think we've got a little bit of you uncovered a little bit of a dad nugget earlier. Speaking of your dad, so you mentioned that he has or had projects with each of you boys.
He tried. I always ended up being the one to always get into him with it because you know me and all of that side of things. I like working on cars, except my own.
Yeah, it's different once your own.
I used to do the car shows and the road rallies and whatnot. So for me, it's just having that way to connect with my dad, and I think that's where we'll get it. That dad nugget really comes into is it's just something he and I share, a hobby and interest that we both because we used to live on a lake. He would take me boating and fishing, but he was never really that into fishing. But this is something that he likes, something that I like, and so it's just been another way that we share a common interest and build a connection in our relationship through that. Yeah,
that's fantastic. I love that idea. We've talked in general about having, or maybe we haven't, but having specific time, parent with child, so that way they're not just another rugrat running around vying for attention. It's no, you get this dedicated time with mom or dad or whatever. But what I really like about you and your dad having, whether it's a project or a hobby or whatever, but something that you both enjoy together, uniquely special to you. It's not just a specific moment or a specific series of moments. It's interests and that special connection over that interest. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, it is, and you'll find that as Evie and Liam get older, and I know that as long as you're putting in your effort as a dad, they're gonna treasure that and want that even more and more because it's both of you just having that genuine interest, not only in a specific subject, but in each other.
Yeah, exactly. And those will create memories, bonds, whatever. Something along the same lines that I heard recently that pertains more to like when they stop like hanging on your arm or wanting to play with you every other minute or whatever. I don't know when that starts, like preteens, early teens, whatever. The advice that this dad gave, which hopefully I will remember in 10 years, is just be interested in what they're interested in. So not even necessarily sharing an interest, but be interested. Ask questions. If it's video games, if it's fashion, if it's... I don't even know what kids are into these days. But like, whatever it is, just ask. Don't judge. Be interested. You know, what flavor of marijuana are you smoking right now? Just kidding. Maybe, but I don't know. No.
I mean, like, and we talked about that with John Fogels. And even some things like, he mentioned, like, you have to fake it till you make it, till it actually does become one of your interests as a dad, because maybe at that time a kid is into cars and is into, I don't know, soccer, and you hate soccer. I know you don't. You and I both like soccer. But you start watching, like, the Premier League or La Liga or something like that, because that's what they're into. So
oh, what if it's, like, Quidditch or something? That would be hard. That would be hard.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
That's just something that... And maybe it starts to grow on you, because you as a person never really gave it the time of day because it wasn't something that interested you, but now that your kid's into it, you fake it, and then all of a sudden you find yourself like, oh, who's on the relegation lines? Or if you're like a Manchester City fan like myself, do you really have to worry about that? Are you going to dominate again? Things like that.
Yeah. So here's the thing, because maybe you're faking it, but in the sense that you care about the individual you're talking to, like whether it's your kid or a colleague or somebody you just met, if you care about them, then you're not faking interest in their interest, because by learning about their interests, you're learning about them. So it's just a way to get to know your kid.
Yeah.
What makes them tick? What brings them fulfillment? Whatever. So I know we're saying fake it, but you know what? At the end of the day, I don't think it is. I don't think it is faking it.
I agree with that. The way he put it in our podcast just really made sense, because, like I said, maybe it's something that you've never had an interest in before, and so like now you have to learn.
Oh, for sure.
Interest. So it's just Paul, like Evie wants to watch Bundesliga today. I hate soccer, but she loves it, and then all of a sudden, there you go. You're cheering for Byron or whoever.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I love it. And point taken, point well made. It's going to require effort and intentionality, but I'm sure, I imagine it will be worth it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I think time for us to wrap up here. Fun little tweenisode.
Yeah, get to know our summer and know us even more.
Yeah. So if you like this, let us know. If you want to see more, let us know. And if you have questions, if you want to know more about Andrew's dating life or like the seminary or whatever, let us know, and we can throw that up in posts or episodes like this.
Yeah.
But anyway, we at least got one good dad nugget out of that, maybe even two.
We did. We got a few.
So find a project or hobby that you can share with or interest that you can share with your kid, and foster that and develop that to create that unique special bond with them.
Yeah.
And I think that starts now. I did get approval from Sarah earlier this week to schedule a camping night with Evie. So I just got to find a date.
Let's go.
And that's going to be happening. The date finding will be happening very shortly. So that's my commitment to that one-on-one time. But anyway,
nice.
This was an hell yeah. Yep. I'll share how it goes or how it doesn't go. But anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in. Andrew, anything else you want to tell our guests?
No, just keep enjoying the summer months if this gets published in the summer, and building those memories and just living the best dad life you can. Aspiring dad like me. Take a lot of these last episodes that we have published and live them out to the best that you can. If you're a professional uncle like me, spend more time with your siblings' kids. Enjoy it. Build those bonds. Learn how to build, so you know how to build them with your own kids.
Yeah, great training grounds. Love it, Andrew. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your shared experiences and wisdoms. And until next time, everybody, toodles.
Thank you all, and thank you, Paul.